we doing it, everybody? I'm back with another badass video. It's a team talk today, brought to you by Jordan. Why? Because he didn't know what kind of video he did, and I just blurted this out and thought it'd be really good. So it's an Andy video. It's not from you guys. It's not from Mason. It's from me. I thought this would be a good idea, and we came up with this list. It is a team talk. It is top 10. Jordan likes to use the word sexiest bass boats. Is that cool?
Do it for the clicks.
Do it for the clicks or the click. Don't say that. Got you. I'm on it. Here we are. So we have the top 10 sexiest bass boats. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay them down. Brrr. See how I went with that? Laying them down, if you know what I mean. And I'm gonna get them top 10, and then they're gonna be spread in front of me. See how I'm going with this? And then I'm picking one. And that's how it's gonna lay. So this isn't gonna be in any order, but we're just gonna go 10 through 1, 1 through 10, however you wanna do it. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. I'm gonna end with number 10 because I wanna go kind of in depth with that. Is that cool? Can I do that? You kind of backwards me on this. I'm just gonna run them out. Here we go. Gamblers, of course, gonna be over there. The Gambler bass boat. And then I'm just gonna go through the list and I'm just gonna talk about them a little bit. Cool, Jordan? Can we do this?
Yep.
Are you good with this?
Yeah.
All right. I'm bringing my sexy back. Yeah? No. All right, so we got the Gambler sitting over there. We got a Stroker, Allison, Bullet, the Ballistic, the Vexus, the Bass Cat, the FXR Skeeter, the Icon, and the Roughneck. Right now people are going, huh? Roughneck? Wait a minute, we'll get to it. All right, let's start with the Gambler. What makes the Gambler sexy? Literally, it's just the way it sits. It looks like the fucking Lamborghini of the bass boat world, maybe the Bugatti of the bass boat world. It just lays that way. It's just, all the lines stream through it. Cool consoles, but there's some bads that come with that, you know what I mean? It's not always the most effective when it comes to this traditional bass boat world, the traditional bass boat look. And most of your traditional bass boats probably didn't even make the list, as you noticed, you know? Granted, we got a Bass Cat in here, we got Skeeter in here, and we got the Icon. Did I list the Icon?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And we got the Icon one. So we do have some in there. But the Gambler just lays perfectly. It lays great with lines. It lays great with how it sits in the water. When it sits on the trailer, it just naturally looks sexy, fast. It looks like you're gonna do the job and then some. Look, run over the Stroker. The Stroker is in a boat of its own. Lightweight. Always have had that sports car look to them. You can tell the Stroker when it goes by. It's just the way it is. They've taken that look and made it their own for many years, and the consoles flow great with the boat. The boat naturally just looks, it lists in the water a little bit. It's got cool edging points. Their color schemes are usually flashy, so they do a lot of good things there. The Allison's the Allison, especially the center console. I mean, the center console Allison is just one of those boats that naturally is going to draw people because of the way it looks. It's different. It brings that, it takes the person that knows nothing and wants them to go look at that because it's different. It looks different. The front's different. The boat itself is different in the back. Usually, they look fast. They literally look like, I mean, it looks like an F-16 fighter sitting in the middle. That type of look. The Bullet is probably your closest on here, next to probably Skeeter and Bass Cat as traditional, I would say. But the Bullet's naturally going to grasp people because of the small console, low console, small, tight, low, or seats that kind of aren't traditional as everybody else's. You know what I mean? They're not running the big back bucket seats. They're not doing anything. They're just running a smaller seat. Very, 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 very high deck, raised, shallow, always premium carpeting, always. And then if you get the one that's, you know, you run a trolling motor different positioned or anything like that, then you get natural looks like that. But the Bullet itself looks fast. It looks Corvette-ish, I always would say. I would say that it looks, kind of gives you that look. Their paint schemes, their color schemes are always top notch. It just makes it look fast and how it looks. Ballistic is always, Jim Wells is, that boat to me has always just had that I want to go fast look. I don't know when he named that boat. It was, I would say it was probably matched pretty good. It was a very good match. His color schemes have always been good. Trailers always look good, big wide tires. The boat itself continues to, I don't want to say push the limits of boating, but it just, It's a very well built boat. You can see it by looking at it. The ballistic is definitely a boat that's going to set apart. If I put a bunch of traditional boats and then I put a ballistic in there, you're going to gravitate towards it. Just because it's not traditional, but yet it still fishes and operates traditional. The Vexus itself, I'm not a fan of Vexus. Probably everybody knows this, but the fact of it is the boat looks very expensive on the trailer. I think if we had to pick a boat that looks the most expensive just sitting on the trailer when you walk by it, I'd probably say Vexus would probably be number one. I mean, it literally looks expensive. So it's essentially why that made the list. It's got that rich look to it by sitting. Basscat is a boat. If we go Stratos and we go probably Phoenix and we start to list some of the newer or some of the competitors, Nitros or Rangers, if I got a Basscat there, I'm going to the Basscat. I'm just naturally going to it. Their trailers are awesome. They always use raised white letters on their rims are always great. Their tires are great. The boat itself has great angles, great lines. It's never, and even their naming is cool. Cougar's awesome. Puma, that's badass. I mean, I could go on and on. You know they're and they match the logos with so much that goes on with the boat, and great company. So why would you want it? FXR Skeeter, that was kind of my pick because I had to, when I went to the traditional layout boats, if I'm picking one, I'm picking a Skeeter just because of the seats, the way the seats look. Boat naturally looks fast, small console, usually some definition in the steering wheel. Gauge packages are pretty good. There's a lot of good that goes on with the Skeeter FXR boat. Icon itself, I'm saying, is going to make the list just because it looks different. The big round deck, then it gets narrow, and then it gets hourglass kind of style look. It's going to grasp people on the sexy side of things just because their seats, like I said before, their seats with the full molded back, the high quality interior that they're using. And I'm not even talking about getting into the fishing part of it here, people. We're just talking from base looks on what it does. Their trailer is really nice. And it's just literally like, if they're sitting in front of me, which one am I gonna walk to? Because it's like, boom, that's the one that grabs my eye. It seems to be the sports carish looking thing in the whole deal. It brings the sexy feel. It gives you that, you got mojo, you got swag look. And that's kind of what we're at. The Roughneck Tomcat. Now, Roughneck itself is from South Africa. If you have never seen a Roughneck, go online, take a look at that Tomcat. I want you to look at the Tomcat, look at all their boats. The thing about South Africa is, guys, these guys over there have taken like 19 footers and put 400 R's on them. I didn't stutter. 400 R's. They're building these boats for 400 R's at 19 feet. They're doing things that we dream of doing here, and through regulations, obviously we're not allowed to do such, but the Roughneck family itself is a great boat. They're doing it probably at the highest level that they can, which is really good. And they're building boats at a quality level because they don't have 50,000 people running around with their boats. They don't have that, you know what I mean? They're working on getting 15, 20 boats out maybe a year, and they have 10, 15 employees that are building these boats. So they're literally able to nitpick these boats when they're building them. And I think that's why they're able to build these boats with such quality. But the Roughneck family itself of boats, if you go click on it, South Africa boat, bass boats, and you'll see Roughneck. Click on it, you'll be able to see their boats. They got a fishing ski now, it looks like. Looks like there's a fishing ski out. But the Tomcat itself is a tunnel hull style bass boat, the humongous fishing platform. And they have other versions on there, but if the Tomcat was there, I don't know that it gives you that full sexy feel, but it definitely gives you the difference look and the holy shit factor. What is that? I want to go look at that feel. But at the same time, the lines are really nice, really smooth. The boat itself flows really well. The console, it doesn't just stick out and go, oh my god, it looks like crap. They did a really nice job with it. So Roughneck made that list. So I guess it comes down to if we're going to sit here and pick one, and they're fanned in front of me, I have to pick one that I'm going to go grab. Now, the hard thing for me to go say this is because I know about these boats and I know what they bring. It's hard for me to go blank mind and just be like, that's the one I would grab, you know. If I'm looking at, here's how I'm gonna do it. If I just naturally walk up there and I'm going for the most expensive looking boat, you're gonna go to the Vexus. You're just going to, they just look expensive. And this is side profile, you don't get to see the front, it's just side profiles. If I'm going to what I think is gonna be the fastest boat, I'm going to the Gambler, just because of its look. It just looks fast, it looks sleek, it looks like it's designed to go fast as shit. It's got that, like I said, it's got that Lamborghini Bugatti feel, you know, it's like I can sit in there and I can go really fast. I think if you're going for the all-around, just boat itself in general, that's gonna get the pull, I'd say Bass Cat probably gets it. If you go for the wow factor, you're probably gonna go to the Roughneck Tomcat. And I only say that because of the tunnel hull. You'll be able to see the tunnel hull from the side. You'll be able to see how it looks different, you know what I mean? You're gonna naturally just gravitate to that, or the Allison center console. And there's a lot that goes on to that, but if I go blank face, I just show up. I'm gonna go pick a boat, I'm gonna walk towards a boat, not knowing anything about any of them. I honestly say on the trailer, the way they sit, not knowing anything, God, that's hard. That is tough. Me personally, I would probably, just because of the things I like, I would probably walk. Oh my God, Jordan, this is hard. This is really hard. I'm trying to erase all the shit in my head, you know what I mean, and just picture them and be like, I'm gonna probably just walk up to. I'm probably gonna walk up to a Gambler or a Bass Cat right now. And the only reason is because the Bass Cat's trailer always is intriguing to me. It looks clean, it looks nice. And from the side view, it looks like some things are going on in that boat. The Gambler itself is naturally gonna get me, but when a Gambler sits on a trailer, it doesn't look as good as the rest. Their trailers need to be changed. They need to huddle the boat more. They need to be like its carriage, and they need to give it that I'm here to take care of you boat feel, you know what I mean? So if it's sitting on the trailer, I'm probably not going to go towards that boat. I'm probably going to go towards the Bass Cat or even the Stroker, because the Stroker itself just has some wicked edges. It's got some cool looking lines. It'll probably be flamboyant in color, but even if it is black and red, you know, if you were to say they're all black and red, just a black and red boat, every one of them, which one are you going to go to? The Stroker is probably going to gravitate me just because of its edges, its lines, its whatever. Now you could argue the fact that we missed a bunch of them, right? You could argue the fact, but that's why we have the comments. That's why we have this. This is where you go and comment. You forgot this one. You should have said this one. And we looked at a bunch of them. We looked at Falcon. We looked at Phoenix. We looked at Nitro, we looked at Ranger, but it's just, I think if you go traditional bass boat looks, those are all part of that deal. Phoenix would be there, like I said, all of that, Nitro, Ranger, and the list can go on and on. If that would be a video you would want me to do, we could do that too, just the traditional bass boat look. But you know, if it's so hard. I mean, I could probably change this again. You know, Vexus might be there just because not knowing anything about the companies or not knowing anything about boats in general, and I'm just going to gravitate toward. You probably would go towards the Vexus. It looks the most expensive. It looks rich. It looks like the Cadillac CTS of the group, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? It gives it that. I don't know. It looks like traditional, but yet high end type thing. But then you could walk towards the Roughneck too, because it's different. You know, this is a good video, because this is huge. Comment here on what you would walk towards. Don't add anything. Just pick the list and tell us which boat you would go to, and tell us why. Comment. I'd go towards the Skeeter because this. We want to know. We want to know. We want everybody to know, because this is a great video for people that are just starting to understand boats and starting to think about bass boats. Why is this boat differently? Now, we didn't get into details with the boat. We didn't get into quality. We didn't get into craftsmanship. We didn't get any of that. It's just flat out boat looking there. So that'd be great. Make sure you comment about that. Comment on what boat you would go with, why, or if you have the boat and that's why you went with it. That type of stuff. Make sure you comment. Is that it, Jordan? Am I done?
Only one has a toilet.
Wow. You don't need a toilet. They all have a toilet. They got live wells. You can in there and scoop that out at any time. I get it. We don't know about that though.
Yeah, does the center console one have a toilet? I wonder.
I don't know. You can shit. If you're going 100, you just shit your pants. It'll fly out. It don't matter. It don't matter. But I mean, that's the whole deal. That's a hard thing to do is blank. You don't know. You know what I mean? You got to come into it. You don't know. And I think that'd be cool to have people on here that don't know bass boats and to see the pictures of the boats. That's what I think would be really cool about this video. You can see the pictures and you can be like, I would go to that one. That's the one I would do. I think that'll be the coolest part. Non-bass boat people saying I'd go to that one because of the way it looks. I think that's gonna be the coolest part. That's gonna be the most engaging part of this video. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. You got anything? I think if we were to talk to every one of these companies and we said, we want you to send your biggest your best eye-grabbing boat, and we're gonna send it to this place, and we're gonna line all these boats up, and we're gonna have a bunch of people who don't know shit about your boats and what they're doing, and we want them to gravitate towards the boat. What boat are you gonna send us? They're obviously gonna send us a 20, 21 footer with a 400, 300 on it to grab those people, I would feel. And some of these people watch this stuff, so if you are watching, Rick Pierce, if you're watching, Jim Wells, if you're watching,
Scott at Icon,
Scott at Icon, if you were watching, comment on what boat would you send and why. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. We probably get Scotty G, maybe Gambler. He could comment. In the Stroker Allison people, I don't know, boat people. I know there's some boat people that watch this. And if you have a direct link to some of these people, get them on here. Get them on here because that'd be cool. It'd be really cool on what boat they would send and why. Because that'd be a great follow-up video too. If we could go, this is what they would send. That'd be really cool. So, yeah, I mean, and we know Roughneck will get back to us because they see everything. So, yep, it'd be great. It'd be a good video. I think it's gonna be good. Make sure you comment here on what boat you would pick. If you're a dealer, if you are a builder and you are part of this, make sure you comment and tell me what boat you would send and why, for sure. Always click notification bell. Always, always, always make sure you're notified of everything that's going on. That way you get to see Zach in his skinny jeans and his dudes, and you get to see all. Yeah, your ass is in those skinny jeans. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Jordan, anything else before I check out?
Nope.
I'm good.
Yep.
We're done. Bad video. I hope you're gonna get all these up here and here, or where are they all gonna be? Like one side?
Small on this side.
They're all gonna be this side, right over here.
Yep.
Awesome. Then they get to pick. They get to look at it. Keep an open mind, blank slate when you're seeing these boats, and tell me what you would want, which one you would go to, because that's just going to make it easier, and that's going to bring attention. Make sure we're making sure that the whole world is seeing it for sure. Always share it, always comment, and always subscribe to what we do, because that way you get to be part of the family that is growing this thing to the next level. We appreciate all of you. As always, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to witness the madness. Yeah, and I hope somebody in one of these places is soon to say, speed, money, no brakes. I'm out. See you.